Okay guys, this is Mr. Weber, and I am here to show you how to do the Intro to Flat Novice Level Lesson 2. This is the second take on this recording. The first take, I guess, cut off and didn't show you the whole way through. So if it was confusing, sorry, my bad. But you got an extension on this, so don't worry about it. No points off, no nothing. Just I want to make sure you get this right, okay? So here we are, up top. Starts out very easy, as usual, your name, first and last. Okay, so there it is. There's my name. Then we go down, making sure that you follow each of these steps. Okay, so if you're new to flats, should be because this is our second lesson on this. But you click this link, it will take you to your flat. So I'm going to click it, and it should take me to mine, which is going to bypass this. Okay. If you've already signed into Flat before, then it's probably saved in on your computer, so you don't need to sign in your Google account. But it may come up where it asks you to, okay? So here we go, sign to Flat. And, yep, okay. So it took me right to mine, all right? Now, since we're doing a new song, okay, I'm gonna click New Score. If you've already done this and you want to continue, then you just find your item in here and you can alter it, or you can just start all over again, okay? So one of the things I'm going to show you is that I'm just going to scrap what I've done. You can always go in and once it loads up, sometimes this takes a little while. Come on. Okay, so if I decide that I don't want these anymore, then I can just click on them and I can always delete old songs. I just remove them, okay? So I'm just gonna show you how to do that. So I'm gonna start from the beginning. So I went in, I got to flat, it's right up here. I bypassed the sign because I've already done this. Now I'm going to do this, so the click mute score, okay? And this is gonna show me right over here. All right, click New Score tab. So I'm going to do that. And now I got to choose the title of my document. Well, I have asked that you name it Hot Crossbones. That's right here. Okay, so it should look just like that, capitalized and everything. Just got to get used to that. So Mr. Weber's being super picky. Hot Crossbones. Okay. As you're doing this, feel free to pause this video anytime you need to, do what you got to do, and then continue the video. Okay, I named it, so I'm not going to click continue. And the next step says, so I did that. It says select recorder. Okay, now this is, I'm using this for my recorder classes. I'm also using this for my other band classes. We're just using a recorder, doesn't matter. Okay, the idea is to get used to using this program, okay? So we're gonna find recorder. And I'm gonna tell you that recorder is a woodwind instrument. It's right down here, see? Click it, and we scroll down a little bit more, and there it is, recorder. If you wanna hear what it sounds like, click this button right here. And you hear an arpeggio, and we're going to add it. So I click here, and you're going to notice it comes up right over here. And we selected it. So after that, we have to click create on the right side. So let's see if we can find that. This is left, this is right. So here it is. Click create. And bada bing, bada boom, we have this. Okay, so there we are so far. And we're doing good. We got the title, Hot Crossbones. Okay, it's for recorder. And we have one measure so far. Back to the checklist. So we did that. Set your key signature, okay? So this is a tough one if you're new to music. Key signature tells you, do you have any sharps? Do you have any flats? We are in a key signature that has no sharps, no flats. And just so you know, that's the key of concert C major. Okay, you don't really need to know that, but at some point in your life, you may need to. if you ever get on a game show and they say, what's the key with no sharps, no flats? You can say, I remember that. Concert C major. And it would be, you are correct. So let's go to that. So here we are. To set that, you have to go up top and find measure. Okay? So I'm going to click measure, and it brings up a whole new set of tabs. Okay? When you hover over a tab, it will tell you what it does. For example, this one says repeat X times. Okay? Or this one adds in a fine. All right? I know it says fine, but musicians say fine because we're fancy like that. So you want key signature, and I'm going to tell you that it's right here. Okay? So when you click on this, you're going to see a whole lot of key signatures, all of them that are possible. But we want the one that has no sharps, no flats. That'd be this one right here. Okay? So when we click on it, down here, you're going to notice nothing happened because this is our key signature area. So there are no sharps, no flats. If we had changed it, instead of, let's say we went to 1 sharp, you notice how this changes? So now this key signature has 1 sharp. But we don't want that. We want a key signature with no sharps, no flats. So we click it again, and what do you know? It's gone. So let's go back to our checklist. And we're done. We set the key signature to no sharps, no flats. Good job. Okay? So as you're going through this, check yourself off. Pause the video, make sure you got it, and then jump back in. The next thing we have to do is setting our tempo to 120. Tempo is the speed, and 120 is beats per minute. So at 120 beats per minute, that is exactly 2 beats per second. Just so you know. So let's see if we can do that. So we're looking for something that says equals a number. Well, I'm going to tell you that right here, we have quarter note equals 80. Okay? This means the time is set for 80 beats per minute, which is a little faster than a beat per second. It's almost a beat and a half per second. If we click on it, we can change it. And we can either go the up arrow until it hits 120, or we can select it and type in 120 and click save. Do we see? Right there, we are at 120. We have done another thing off the checklist right here. So I'm going to click it, and there it is. Now, the next step is a big one. Okay, it says write out hot cross buns using the image below. Okay, the image below is a picture below. So we have to scroll down, and here it is. If you played recorder, or if you play recorder, this is exactly what we did a few weeks ago on hot cross buns. All right, I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit, and I want you to make your screen look just like this. So we have half notes, whole notes, quarter notes. Let's zoom in on that. So here are quarters right here. Okay. This is a half note. It's a whole note. Okay. So we need to make it look like this. So let's see what we can do. I would say the easiest thing to start off with is make the measures. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why I have this 5 here. So this is measure 5, 6, 7, 8 measures. Let's put in 8 measures in our song. To do that, we go up to measure. We click on it. Okay. Right now we have 1 measure. So if we need 8, we have to get 7 more. Oops. Can you see all my fingers? We need 7 more measures. So up here, see where it says insert measure after? Well, that means we're going to add some measures. So we're going to click it 7 times until we have 8 measures. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's check. Let's scroll down, and I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once again, see this 5 right here? That means that's measure 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 measures, just like our song. All right, awesome. Next thing we have two half notes, a B and an A. Let's see if we get those in there. So to hit half notes, we have to go up top to where it says note, right there. We click it, and all these notes come up. Here are our notes that we can choose. Okay, we have a whole note, half note, quarter note. These are the ones we're not using right now. So just focus on here. Whole notes, half notes, quarter notes. I said our first note is a half note. See this little blue dot here? This means when I click something up top, this is going to change. Okay? If I put the blue dot over here, if I click something up top, it changes there. All right? So we want to make sure our blue dot is right here. And what do we say our first note is? Half note B, half note A. Okay, that's fine. So half note B, half note A. All right, so does that match? Let's check. B, A. Now let's say this note right here you got, for some reason, like if you're on a touchpad and you're off a little bit, okay, and it went down to an F. Ooh, that sucks. What you can do is on my keyboard, I can use my up and down arrows. That's a little bit easier to control it. So I just push up. I got it back to an A. If I want, I can also use my keypad to move over to the next note. So I go to the right one. Now I'm on the next note. And I think the next note is different. Yeah, look at that. That one is a whole note. So we need to make sure we're on it. Yep, we're on it. Now we got to select whole note. You see how it has only one thing in the whole measure? That's why it's a whole note, because it's a whole measure. And it's a G. And that G is right on the second line from the bottom. Okay? So far we have B, A, G. Okay? If you want, you can go back here and listen to the first two measures by pushing play. If you're a recorder aficionado, you probably recognize that's hot crossbones, just like we learned it. Okay, let's finish this up. So let's see, where we did measure one, we did measure two. Let's get that blue dot over. I'm going to move it with my arrows on my keyboard. So right, and there we are. Okay, we're on measure three, right? 1, 2, yeah, measure three. So let's see, measure 1, 2, 3. Oh, this looks familiar. B, A, G. It looks the same as this. So we just got to do this again. So this here is where we're at, and it's the same as this here. Well, that's easy enough. So let's go here, and we got to make another B, but it's a half note. And it's right there. Yep, those matches. I have an A. Now we have a whole note, so we got to change it up here. Remember, half notes and whole notes are right up top. And it's a G. There we go. Now we're on to measure 5. Let's take a look. Measure 5, all quarter notes for two measures. Okay, and these are G's. Second line from the bottom. So let's change it right here. Quarter note. Go over here. Now we're going to go G, G. Oops, that messed up. So I'm going to push the left arrow over and go up. And there we go, back to G. See, happy little mistakes, just like that Bob Ross guy. All right, we got G, 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 G. And I think I said the next four notes are A's, so that's the next space up. So A, Oop, too high, go back, go down twice. B, A, good. Another A. All right, let's see where we're at. We're at 2 more measures, then we're done with this. Well, we're right here. This looks familiar. It's the exact same thing, as this and this. Well, what do you know? Some of these sounds are kind of easy. So we just need a half note B, a half note A, and a whole note G. So where's our notes at? Right up top. Remember, if you forgot, if somehow you got off, just this is, you select notes, and then they come up. We need a half note. So, too high. We're going to go back, drop it down one. Then, let's see, an A. Too high. Go back, drop it down one. Then what's the last one? It's a whole note. So we go right up here, the whole note. Click it. Well, that didn't work out. If you ever make a mistake, I have found that if you hold down Control and tap Z, it erases one mistake. It goes back a step. And it sure enough it did. Okay, let's see. How did I do that wrong? So we're here. I want a whole note. There we go. And it should be a G. Second line from bottom. Oops. Too low. So I'm going to go back to it and go up one. And there we go. Now, you may have noticed all of a sudden this measure appeared. What? And that's measure 9, but I only want 8 measures, okay? This program will, once you complete a measure, it will add another measure. So we want to get rid of this guy right here. So I'm going to put the little blue thing, because right now, the blue thing's here, but I don't want to do anything with this measure. I want to do something with this measure. So I'm going to click here. Now the blue thing's there. Hit. We're going to go up to where it says measure. Click it. I want to get rid of a measure. So I'm looking for a minus sign. See how it says? Remove measure. So I'm going to click it and watch what happens. Kaboom. It's gone. Okay? Let's take a look at our work. I'm going to move myself up top here. So this is what we have. This is what we made. And this is what I wanted you to make. Looks pretty good to me. Okay? In fact, you got everything. So if yours, the part you're making right now, this, looks exactly like mine, you're all good. Okay? Now you just got to share it with me. And how do you share it, you ask? Well, I thought about that, so I put in some instructions. Right down here. And you see where it says sharing step 1? Well, here's the first step in sharing. I think ahead of this step. So, this, it tells you 2 instructions. Oops. Come on, right here. Right here, you click share, and something's going to pop up. So let's see what happens. Where is share? Oh, here it is. Up top, right above my head. So I'm going to move myself out of the way, and I'm going to click share. This is what comes up, okay? This is not exactly what we want. So I'm going to go back to my directions, and it shows us right here that when this comes up, private share link, you want to click change. So let's see if we can find that. Aha, here it is, right there. So I'm going to click change. Now what? Let's go look. I'm going to scroll down, and it says, I keep giving away myself. It says right here, click private sharing link. And there it is. It's in the middle of those 3. So let's see if we can find out. Private sharing link, public in my school. I said we want private sharing link. So we shall choose that right here. See it? I'm going to click choose. Now, we chose it. Go down. And here we go with click copy link. This is what I need to see what you did. Okay? So here it is right there. Let's go over and find it. You see it? Right here. Copy link. I'm going to click it and watch what happens. It says it's been copied. So now we need a place to copy it to. Where shall that be? Let's get me out of the way over here. Scroll down just a little bit. See right here where it says paste the link? I'm going to go down here, right here. This is where your link goes. So you can do it a couple different ways. Okay? One of the ways I showed you, or I tell you, I talk about right up here is you can either right click below and paste, which means I put my cursor here and I hit my right side and a little text box comes up. Now I click paste. This comes up. Once you do that, you can click submit. Or you can also you can put the cursor there like that. And then if you want to be advanced, hold down Control and V. And the same thing comes up. Okay? And then you click submit. That goes to Mr. Weber. Now, if you didn't check off any of the boxes, it's going to come back and say, hey, man, you got to check off all the boxes before you go. So I do this. Check, check, check. Okay? And then, let's see, I've done everything. I got my link here. I click submit. And there it is. Okay? Now, if you ever mess up and you need to come back, you can. That's why you have this little guy here that says, edit your response. Okay? So, this is how we do it. Just like the song from the 90s. This is how we do it. Okay. So that's how you run it. If you miss any of these steps and your hot cross buns, so let me get rid of this. If it doesn't look just, oops, if it doesn't look just like this, rewind the video, try again, okay, and just watch. At the very, I mean, if it really messes up too much, you can always start over, okay? The idea is to get down and get used to this program so that in the future we can compose more complex music. So we're just getting the basics down, all right? So if it takes a little bit of time, that's okay. You submit it to me, I look at it. If it's just like this, I'm gonna send something back saying, excellent, you got it. If it's not just like this, I'll send something back saying, good try, but you missed this, this, and this. Please try again, okay? And that's it. So I'm sorry that the first video did not take. So this time after I click stop, I will check to make sure that the whole video took and then repost it and you'll get it. So thank you to the parent that pointed this out to me. So anyways, here it is. So have fun with this and I look forward to seeing it and look forward to seeing you too. All right, bye.